So according to the title of this episode, it seems like Ranna's getting taken, so we'll have to see how that goes, consider that we've learned in the previous episode from Doji that Doji has realized that Rokudo is the key to Ranna's trapped emotions, I suppose. We also saw Best Girl Raino as well as Yashia, so it'll be interesting to get more of them if we do see them in this episode. We'll just have to see what's going on, you know, what is Doji's plans and all that. But if you guys enjoy the content, remember to leave a like on the video and subscribe if you haven't. And if you didn't like the content, dislike the video and we'll be on our way. Let's get started. Well, someone's gotta get more. Hello. This boy just created a flag for himself. And they're all women. Uh-oh. Oh. You've got a power of a protagonist. You can't just drop flags like that all of a sudden. Look at all those motorcycles. Oh, you need a ride? Oh, just ditch it. Damn. He can't even get a ride because, you know, his chauffeur is gonna get mad. Otohime. Damn, you see the fucking squat? Well, next town over. What are you here for then? Y'all are... Wow. I cannot... The only... Women, am I right? What is this, like a fucking rehab gang? So next week. The week after next. Oh, uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh. They know each other, huh? Oh god, the fucking girl's just humming in the back. More than 2 years ago. Oh my god! Ladies, am I right? Surely came to beep everybody up. I was bored. Oh, food. Hold on. Y'all really got her in by the promise of food. Oh my god, she was the one who gave her the wooden sword. The verge of being called unstoppable. Oh, the Otohime Union came in? Uh-oh. And that's why Ranna came and destroyed everybody. She's a moderate boss. Dude, Ranna's already gone. Well, we're connecting all the pieces together. I did it. That's me. Oh, you still have to piece that one together, Rokudo? Why y'all gotta run? That's very funny that he did come here for the cardboards and he managed to just left school. Well, I guess Rhino's got a good makeup skill. Yeah, but art. There you go. It's the same dream as him! Yeah, you're too busy kicking ass! Oh, you see the flicker of her eyes as she was looking at him? Wow. Mm-hmm. He's offering her his help. Wow. Damn, dude, what was she about to fucking do? Her going into her... Oh shit. Oh shit, he's so fucking chiseled! Men, am I right? The strip! Alright, guys. Why is this music still going? Going shirtless doesn't actually do anything. You guys are so squishy. Oh, they're probably touching each other's pecs. Alright, now slap that on his face. Alright, there's only a limit. There's only a limit. There's a limit on how much I can gush. We're reaching it. Man's got that respect. That one arc that we didn't get to see. Doji wants that chaos! Oh, what is he, You're the knife? Hey man, you're fucking spilling your drink all over. You saw the picture and now, oh, all the members are walking up. No. Oh. I have other questions for you. Oh, gonna use Otohime, huh? Or maybe she was just... for some reason. It's just handy in a fight. She's got some special meanings on them, but she's, well, to your other friend as well. Come on now. Oh, the fucking... Oh, Ryuugu. Uh-oh. Damn, he's bringing the whole fucking school to beat up these... They've reformed, dude. What do you mean Ryuugu got you? You could have been beaten up by anyone, Raino! No. The whole Ryuugu stuff, they talk it out. They don't fight. He's turning the entire school against him. Ah, yeah, Doji fucking broke it so easily, huh? Well, the whole peace thing didn't exist because you're the one who brought it. Mm-hmm. Oh. Mm-hmm. You've got a friend in me, come on. Hell yeah. You've got friends? Come on, Rokudo. Get everyone to chill out. Hey man, don't cry on me. Yeah, that shit's weak. Oh, don't get beat up now. Those two look suspicious? Y'all just being a bunch of fucking stalkers. They're speaking in the bathroom. Guys, you don't have to be in the stalls. What if somebody come in? Oh, that just means she... Oh. And if she's being considerate to Rokudo... Even though you're the one who excluded him in the first place. Well, that's all... And that's one way to point it, huh? Despite all this trouble, though, Ranna is the best thing that happened in his life, so... Oh my god, dude. Oh, he's trying to picklock her right now. Oh no. Oh no, she has to be considerate. But the only way for you to know what he's thinking is to ask him yourself, Ranna. Uh-oh. Broke the fucking change. Oh god, y'all opened Pandora's box out here. Look at him all beat up. But she's gonna be gone? Yeah, you've witnessed it before. Should've bought her a cell phone or something. Man, fucking got her. You live in the daylight while we live in the underworld. Descend into hell. You know what? Rokudo is just like courage, the cowardly dog. The more fear you fucking give him, and despite him feeling all this fear, he's still gonna fucking come at you. He's still gonna try and fucking save his loved ones. Alright. We're gonna go back to the center now. Alright, so that was episode 8 of Rokudo's Bad Girls. Let me know what you guys think about it in the comments down below. You know that I always like talking to you guys. For me, I thought that this was a pretty nice episode. Hey, we've got just one specific scene more focused on Raino, which is always nice, and where we're getting to see the Onishima Union coming in to fulfill their plan, which is to take Ranna, and with Doji knowing that Rokudo is the key and all that, right? He's really out here like trying to make a replica key essentially in order to unlock Ranna's locked emotions and all that. But we do see that it is effective in the fact that he was able to unlock it for her, right? And it continues to show this bond between Rokudo and Ranna. And we can only assume that that treasure that Ranna has, right, that she's been wearing, whether she's gonna toss it away or whatever, you know, just because she's gonna have to leave him alone if she's following what Doji wants. But she's still gonna have that treasure, and that's probably gonna come into play, right? Rokudo has to come in and just be like, hey, I gave you that fucking treasure, especially if Rokudo eventually finds out with the reason why Ranna decided to side with him in the first place, because Doji was playing this whole situation against both Rokudo and Ranna. And then with the whole idea of Rokudo trying to teach Ranna what the heck consideration is, because she's not a human, she's a Terminator. Trying to learn emotions out here, dude. And so we have Rokudo trying to teach her about consideration, and he unfortunately have shot himself in the foot as well. Because Doji manages to use that against her, right? Like, how do you think Rokudo would feel? The whole school has turned against him. Ryuugu is coming in to destroy this peace that Rokudo wants, and you're the cause of this. Or, of course, the whole blaming thing. You're the cause of everything. The reason, the moment you came and entered his life, everything has been chaotic. He is always getting in trouble, you know, especially with the Otohime union and everything. And so he's pointing that out in a very negative light, which, I mean, if you're looking at it from that perspective, yeah, sure. I guess, you know, Ranna has caused a lot of trouble for Rokudo, but from what we know is that Rokudo's life has always been filled with trouble. Even before he met Ranna, he was always getting bullied by the bullies. And so, because of that, he's never had this peaceful life that he wanted in high school. And also, you know, they went into a high school filled with delinquents, and also a town that is overrun by delinquents. Where the adults, I swear, we've only seen one adult, and he's I was gonna say he's a fucking crippled, but he's still standing and walking. He just can't ride the motorcycle anymore. But to go and say that Ranna is the reason for all of his troubles is to put it in a very negative light, and I mean, I feel like they've been really showcasing us the really nice relationship between Rokudo and Ranna. Again, their connections are very, very strong. And again, with the whole treasure stuff, right? Out of all the girls that he has met, Ranna is the person that he feels has made him grow the most. We can see it in like the first 3 episodes with him finally being able to stand up for himself, albeit not being able to actually land a punch and actually win by himself. You know, he still had to use Ranna during that time. He manages to be able to stand up to himself, stand up to others. And for him to be able to, essentially without Ranna, he wouldn't have been able to create this group of friends, right? Without Ranna, he wouldn't have ever able to challenge Inuma and show Inuma that he isn't some weak boy. Ranna has protected him in numerous occasions, and you know, again, if going back to like the first few episodes with Rokudo having this like code of like a man, you know, a man should be protecting a woman and all that, and then he kind of sees like the code of a man in Ranna herself. Right? And the way that she keeps her promises, and it makes him feel like, oh man, she's doing it way better than me, you know, I have to get better as well. So it's overall, you know, as we've been seeing throughout the series, Ranna is the person who has made Rokudo a whole lot better, you know, who has made Rokudo grow as a person. But we know that Ranna doesn't really grow because she's the Terminator. I mean, you can see it like inches per, just tiny little inches of growth for Ranna, but she just doesn't understand because, as Doji says, her emotions are all locked up. And it really opens up only for Rokudo because of the seal. Despite her having a rather low, close relationship with Otohime and the rest of the Ryuugu gang and all that. Wait a minute, are those supposed to be where napkins are? What is that? I'm still trying to figure out what this is. It's what? I thought this was like a napkin holder, but then what is this? Is this where the napkins is? What is this box? I assume that's where the napkins is. But what is this? Is it holding plates? Alright, whatever. Also, I will have to say, these are some fucking large glass cups. Like, they're like made for drinking alcohol, but like, they're just drinking orange juice because, of course, they're underage. Tangents aside, we see the relationship between Ranna and Otohime, and with Otohime, who considers Ranna to be a really good friend, but Ranna, again, her emotions all locked up and everything, and despite we kind of see a little bit of hints that Ranna perhaps do like Otohime and all these other girls, she just kind of she doesn't see it, right? Although they did get her in the beginning through food, but also when the Ryuugu gang was fighting with these other dudes, right? And then the whole because of course if it's a gang of only women, it always comes up back to that topic of, oh, it's a girls only gang, it's just filled with girls. Fellas, let's go beat them up. We're the strong man type out here. We're gonna fucking beat you in terms of physical strength. And so, of course, we have that whole sort of talk, and of course with Ryuugu going and being like, hey, this is a girls only club. No boys allowed. Get out of here. That sort of thing. They're not recruiting any boys. So, anyways, I just went on a tangent about the gang itself. We did see them fighting the first time they meet Ranna, right? It's very interesting that Ranna kind of just came in to beat up only the other gang and not the Ryuugu gang, which is very interesting. It's just like, from what we've seen with Ranna, it's like she really likes to fight because she's bored. So she's out here beating everybody up, but the Ryuugu gang. Right, so it's like, okay, that's interesting, and like she was willing to talk to them. So I'm just kind of like, okay, so I guess you just don't want to beat up girls, I guess. Who knows? We'll just have to see. I mean, Ranna is gonna go beat up the Ryuugu gang after this, right? Because that's part of Doji's deal. Little do they know, they thought they were just gonna come to have a nice little festival run. Festival run, as in like they're gonna go into the festival and check it out, right? And they thought that they're just gonna have that, but no, they've come here for an ass whooping of a lifetime. Anyways, I keep going on fucking tangents. I wanted to talk about Ranna and the fucking Ryuugu gang. So yeah, she ran with the gang for a while, until to the point where the Onishima Union started attacking them, because I assume with Ranna there, they were almost unbeatable, but that never lasted. And also, even before that, actually, we saw Otohime giving Ranna her wooden sword, which is something that we've been seeing her hold this whole time. And it's something that Rokudo was talking about with Ranna, and how he's just like, hey, you've been holding the sword for a very long time, and like, Otohime considers that, I mean, I assume he's watching the flashback as well, right? So, he's gonna be like, Otohime considers that her treasure, and she's given that to you. And Ranna kind of just excuses it as, oh, well, it's useful in fights, so that's all it is. And yet she's still holding on to it, right? Like, oh, this item here in particular is very useful. At the same time, if it's very useful, and she's been using it for a long time, to which I will say, that is a pretty good fucking sword. If she's literally out here popping tires with a wooden sword, that's a really strong wooden sword. And again, with how much she uses that sword, what a fucking unbreakable wooden sword. I can see why she's been keeping it all this time. But it is an interesting touch that even though she just kind of says it's useful, she's still keeping this one in particular, right? And if she says that this is a useful thing, wouldn't you think that eventually she would kind of see something else, like another wooden sword, and she would take that as well, you know, if she has no emotional placements for the sword that she was given by Otohime, but we don't know that yet, right? She's still holding on to the sword doesn't look like it's ready to crack or anything, right? Or there's really any need for a replacement, so we don't really know what Ranna's reaction would be to that sword. But with the Otohime Union attacking the Ryuugu gang, and Otohime being the, just being the moderate leader out here, the gang has gone through rehab and all that as well, right? We don't fight anymore, we just talk it out. I'm like, hell yeah, dude. Otohime decides that they were going to disband because the Otohime Union was way too fucking big and way too fucking good, and there was just no chance that they were going to be able to fight against them. And yet here is Ranna, who, hearing that this gang was going to disband, this place that she's been hanging out with these people for a while, I assume, and they're all gonna disband. And so, as Ranna says, she felt a little mad, but she doesn't know why. I felt mad for some reason. She still can't grasp the idea of why she was mad in the first place, and well, whatever happens, happens, and Ranna came and destroyed the entire Otohime Union, and that leads us back to Doji. So it's very nice how, like, the storyline just, we learn a little bit of it about the Otohime Union, and then we learn why the Otohime Union got attacked by Ranna in the first place, right? And it actually has some meaning behind it. Instead of Ranna being a bloodthirsty Terminator who's just only out here destroying gangs. It's not like she just happened to stumble upon the Otohime Union, decided that she's gonna destroy all of them, but there is a meaning behind it, and I very much enjoy it. It gives a little bit of flavor, it gives some sort of humanity to our Terminator. Alright, I was gonna try and make a segue between Rokudo's and Ranna's connections, and somehow make that on over to Raino, but I don't know what the segue was, so here it is. Oh, dude, we've got this one scene from Raino in Rokudo, right? Oh, it's so good, but we do see that sort of initial connection that they have, other than just the fact that Raino has been entranced by Rokudo's seal. And it's very fun that we see that Rokudo is still kind of course, we know that he does feel a little bit of guilt. Not a little bit, but he does feel guilty in the fact that he feels like he's manipulating these girls because of his charm. But it doesn't mean that he has to treat them any different. And with this case, right, he's able to befriend someone, even if it might be fake or not, but it is a little, she's charmed, so there's some reality to it. So he is still able to befriend someone who's a part of the Otohime Union. And we can even see Raino trying to stand up to Rokudo and all that, stand up for Rokudo, when Doji was talking about how, like, they're gonna fuck them up during the festival. And Raino's just like, how about we do it after the festival? But, oh, dude, this fucking scene, right, with Raino talking about, I just realized, Rokudo? Raino? You know what? Her name also starts with an R-A, just say. But Raino talks about how she also wants to have a peaceful life. Right? She's also thought about. Well, she didn't say she also, but she was just saying that this is a dream that she's had, but she'll never fucking get it because, well, I mean, when you're running with a fucking gang, it's a little hard to have a peaceful life. She's too busy out here beating people up, dude. Holy shit. But that's the same dream that Rokudo has, and as I said, that's an initial connection between them, and it's very nice, and Rokudo feels like, wow, kin. We've got Rokudo who is encouraging Raino that this dream that she has, she can have it, and it's an overall theme of, like, if you want peace, you gotta fucking fight for it. And I mean, that's just how it is sometimes, right? If you want peace, you gotta fucking fight for it. And so here is Rokudo just encouraging Raino, like, hey man, hey girl, you can do this, and I hope that you'll make lots of friends and get to enjoy school too. So very nice. Again, we saw Raino standing up to Doji, and also that was the one time, because we can kind of seen Doji as Actually, before I talk about Doji, actually, there's this one scene that I wanted to talk about, which is, right before Raino was about to, I don't know, give him a hug, give him a kiss, like, damn, dude, well, what was she about to do? What the hell? So, you know, the cavalry has arrived, and for some reason, because I guess they're just, like, they're all dudes, so, like, the fucking colonel just decides, like, let's show what real men can do. He just, like, fucking whips out his body. Oh my god, dude, the Jago effect on the chief. It's kind of scary, I'll be honest with you. And then fucking Inuma comes in, all chiseled, a fucking chiseled god out here. And of course they're over here like, alright, you two strip too. This is what men do, showing skin as an icebreaker for dudes. And I'm like, we've got Rokudo coming in to save Raino from this fucking shit. And they're just over here talking at the top, right? In truth, going shirtless doesn't actually do anything. And he's like, man, you sure are squishy. And I was just like, is Inuma just fucking touching the chief right now? Dude. And of course, we also have the scene of Raino doing the heart on her hand. Very nice, but also what a waste of fucking lip balm, but whatever. But, man, that gives me some flashbacks to, like, when I was watching, it was something related to, religion. It was Catholic stuff. But I had to go to class for this whole thing. It was a retreat, and towards the end of the retreat, this group that I've been hanging out with for, like, the whole day, because essentially I was just trapped in there for the retreat. But, you know, this group consists of, like, you know, dudes. There might be up in one girl, something I just completely forgot. But it just reminded me of this times where they were just, like, for some reason, they just started touching each other's pecs because they were very curious with one another. And I was just like, well, you know, I guess guys do that. They're just like, what the fuck? What the hell's wrong with your pecs? And, like, they just started, like, it was like a full-on, like, groping session between dudes and them touching each other's pecs. And I was just like, there it is. Anyways, going to Doji. Doji's been doing, he's been on the disguise and all that, right? But then he gets a picture from, what is his name? Kohei, and he sees that, there's a picture of Otohime. So he knows that this is the time to fight, right? Especially if he knows that Otohime is part of, not a key, but, you know, a significant part of Ranna. And sincere that he knows about, I assume he kind of figures out eventually why Ranna decided to fight him, because like with the way that he puts the Ryuugu as the what is it, as the villain. I don't know. I just kind of assume that he knows because he's a smart boy, right? And with him saying, you know, the thing about peace is that it doesn't really exist. And as I've said, of course it doesn't exist if you're the one who's creating it. It's a fucking falsehood, dude. And that kind of goes with what he says about, what he says to Ranna, where if you leave him alone and the Otohime Union takes him back in, then he's going to get the peace that he wants, which it's not the real peace. And Doji knows it, and he, of course, is going to, what I assume his plans would be, is to continue to dangle Rokudo in front of her. You know, like a fucking carrot on a stick, right, to keep her fucking running. So, it's not actual peace. We do get to see, like, that sense of, scary Doji, because we've kind of just been, we've only been seeing him as this guy who, like, feels fear through Ranna, and it's starting to get to this point where, well, I mean, it's now, perhaps at this point of, like, Ranna is, like, the only person that he feels some sort of fear for, because, you know, he's very in line with him being, like, the president and all that, and when someone like Raino is talking, and she's, fifth in line, right, with her saying, like, oh, maybe we should wait until the school festival is coming up, and he's just over here fucking grabbing her by the goddamn throat. And you know, just that expression that he has, very much of a fucking demon. So it just kind of enhances that, yeah, perhaps Doji might not be that too much of a scared boy. He's just very scared of Ranna. We kind of also saw him a little bit during the whole flashback with Ranna destroying the Otohime Union, and that one guy asking Doji, like, are you smiling right now, Doji? And Doji's like, oh, I'm not smiling, I'm fucking scared. And yet that scared feeling gives him a bright fucking smile, so he finds some excitement in that fear, right? So anyways, they've got their plan. They've isolated Rokudo, but little do they know, Rokudo's got a pack of loyal gangs. And I now that I just think about it, with the Ryuugu gang wanting to come on over to visit the school festival again. Dude, they're gonna come in and the entire school wants to fucking fight them. Ridiculous, dude. Ridiculous. Although I believe Ranna just gonna come and finish them. Rokudo gets, actually, I don't really have too much else to say, because this is all just a plan for what Doji wants. And yeah, towards the end, Doji got exactly what he wanted, and that is taking Ranna, dangling Rokudo in front of her in order to get her to continue moving. So he makes this he makes a statement, right? Hey, you live in the daylight while we live in the underworld, and if you want to fucking come and get her, you're gonna have to go down to hell yourself. And once your blood runs cold from all this fear, you're gonna understand that this is not the place where you are, where you belong. And, well, as I've mentioned, he is Courage, the cowardly dog. It doesn't matter how much fear he's feeling, he's still gonna keep moving, so very exciting. Let's fucking go, dude. And they have to go and get Ranna now. They've already lost their most powerful, their most powerful assets. Their most powerful warrior out here, right? They've lost the Terminator. And Doji is going to fucking use her. We'll just have to see how this, how this fucking goes. I also find it very funny that it was Raino that they decided to choose to be the one who gets beat up. I mean, Raino was also the one who talked up to Doji, right? So I guess Doji's just like, alright, fucking beat Raino up. Yeah, get her fucking beat out here. And then we'll use her to be like, oh, the Ryuugu gang beat me up, guys. I'm being serious. Anyways, great episode. We're continuing to build up this eventual combat, this fight that we are going to have with the Onishima Union. So it's going to be very exciting. Can't wait. But until then, if I have anything else to say, I will write it in the description down below. Thank you guys for sticking around, and I will see you guys in the next episode.